What's up? What's up, people? J.A. I used to love Wes Watson. Wow. That is a bold statement. He actually has had great advice and a good outlook. Now he became a money-hungry scammer. I don't know, man. From what I've seen, his whole story is fabricated. Like it wasn't 10 years in jail, it was 5. Sit down.
He also stuck his paperwork up his ass.
He also, yeah, Andrew says he stuck his paperwork up his butt. Paperwork. So yeah, I'm just streaming from the hotel. I was at the pool, but people are working. And got one Andrew Wilson over there. Say hi to the people.
Fuck you.
He says, fuck you. So, yeah, I haven't gotten to stream with you guys the whole time, so I figured jump in, hang out for a little bit. Just relaxing today. Last day. It's the last day. Money is nice. Yeah, that whole thing was, he's the epitome of the, like, sort of red pill materialist dude, you know? On steroids. How's the view? It's pretty good. I mean, any downtown location is, they're definitely gonna see human shit on the sidewalk. Oh yeah, I did. I shot some pew-pews, yeah. We went over to this gun range and shot automatic machine guns with Sneako, which is hilarious. So that was fun. Shot AK-47s and all sorts of shit.
Yeah, but they fucking lied.
Yeah. Andrew was very upset. On one of the menus, the reason he picked one of the features was he was going to shoot a real Soviet-made AK-47, and they catfished him. And boy, you should have seen the snobbery from Andrew. I mean, he was holding his tongue the whole time because our youthful gun guide was giving wrong information and insufficient history, and Andrew's just sitting there, you know, holding his mouth, ready to correct. But you didn't, you know, you let him lead his little course.
Well, I wanted my graduation token, Jimbob.
Yeah, yeah. They gave out like AA coins at the end, dude. They gave out these little coins, like, you did it. I mean, let's face it, that was not a gun range. That was like a museum amusement park. It's still kind of fun though. I mean, so that was interesting. And then we ran around with Sneako drove us around trying to find a shotgun to buy, and that was that.
Yeah, he wanted me to go gun shopping with him.
Yeah, we went gun shopping, you know. So that was fun. Miami.
I told Sneako too that I was like, "Hey man, we rented you an AK-47, the preferred weapon of your people."
Oh right, yeah, that's funny. So yeah,
he wasn't amused.
No, he wasn't that amused.
It wasn't even a smile.
Well, yeah, he was a little more. I think he was more intimidated by Andrew. I made him laugh a couple times. So there's definitely more stories about that, but keep you in the dark on that for now. Y'all playing, it really is like Grand Theft Auto here. It really is. People drive on the sidewalks, people park all over, like, it's insane. And all the drivers, including the Uber drivers, worst possible. Like, we went fishing yesterday in the Everglades.
Right,
we almost died. What?
That fucking window is just nonstop horns.
It is. It's nonstop horns right here. Yeah, we almost, our Uber driver almost killed us on the way to fishing.
Uber driver almost killed us.
It's insane. These people are insane. Yeah, we're in the same room, yeah. Wes's voice sounds like he shoots BB guns. That guy was like a character, right? I really wish they opened it up more. They had to shut it down because he kept dropping the F-bomb, which everybody's very upset about. But do you guys have any other questions about that? Would you ever be down to do 14 sets of 88 burpees with with Wes Watson? That guy was a nut. He was a nut job.
Right.
He's indefensible. Like that. It's funny to watch because the red pillars, who are all about, you know, masculine dominance and high performance and all this stuff, you know, they're kind of pissed too that that's their epitome right there. That's what they're I mean, that's the ultimate version of what's winning, right? And it's materialism. It's I hope we get to talk about it more. Because that was the key expose on someone like that. They're all in my watch, and I got a Lamborghini watch for finally, and I go on a yacht with my wife and all the other women, and I'm winning, and it's all because of Wes. And he's like, I don't roll up. If you don't roll up deep with 5 other bald dudes who look like you, you know.
Yeah, his whole entourage was just short, bald.
Seriously.
Short, bald, roided dudes with beards.
Right.
Hilarious.
Right. Yeah. He had an entourage of like 5 other people, short, bulky, bald with a beard.
All of them.
Like every single one of them. Just a dumb look in their eye. Like, what? Just, it's female. It's like female. It's like the whole thing is female.
Asked the one, I was like, do your arms get tired when you're carrying that camera? He's like, what do you mean?
If you're crying, why are these guys even on stage with me?
They make $83,000 a minute.
Why are they exposing me? Yeah. Every time I almost like was giggling the whole time because every time it was his turn to talk, or even when it wasn't his turn to talk, he would talk. He would hop off his little stool, right? You'd like hear him land with his little chicken legs, and we'd be like, "Oh gosh, here comes another." Basically, the whole event was like around Wes and some of the other guys, basically doing sort of what is it called? Prosperity gospel. It was prosperity gospel. It was like being in a sort of modern Protestant church where you take turns announcing your testimony, where you came from nothing and you overcame it, and now I got 15 Lamborghinis. And you're like, okay, right? Have you guys found time to do any shopping? Pre-ripped jean pants? Yeah, I was looking for some, right? Yesterday was fun.
I had to quit though, because when Jimbob started asking me if I thought his ass looked nice enough.
Yeah, I kept asking, you know, we were shopping together. And, you know, I'm like, Andrew, do I look rich? do I look rich in these pants? Yesterday was fun. We went out to the Everglades on a fishing boat all throughout those little canals and stuff. I think we caught about 75 fish.
Yeah.
Probably.
About right.
It was insane. It was like every time you cast, you're wrestling with what were they? The peacock trouts, the Oscars, and what was the little dinosaur bastard that kept
Gars.
The gars, yeah. That was fun. That was a good time. And we fed an alligator.
That alligator was your buddy, dude.
Yeah, we made buddies with an alligator. Then we started fishing, and basically just fishing to throw fish at the alligator. It was awesome. Did we eat any? No, I caught the monster of the day. You know,
No, you didn't.
I alphaed
No, you didn't, dude.
Andrew. He can't deal with it, dude.
Let's go.
Dude, he can't even. He's such a competitor. He was so sad he didn't get the biggest fish. He was like silent the rest of the day. He doesn't even get too many L's. He doesn't get any L's, dude. Look at him, he's still sulking. Look at him fucking laying on the bed. So yeah, huge fish. But we gave it to the guide because we couldn't do anything with it. Funny enough, Wes Watson is the only other guy that promotes monogamy. Yeah, but he doesn't really have a worldview, though. You know, he doesn't really.
He only
It doesn't
promotes
matter.
monogamy
Yeah.
because he went home one day and his old lady was sucking another guy's dick.
He was
And
mad.
so he was mad.
Yeah.
He was just like, you should only be with one guy.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
Never suck
And it's
another
me.
bitch."
All these other guys. Yeah, but he doesn't. It doesn't even matter if he promotes monogamy because he fundamentally sees any human beings, including women, as just some sort of accessory, right? So it doesn't matter. He's basically saying him being monogamous is like saying I only have one shiny thing in that category, but that doesn't ground anything, right? It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. And there's no other place you can take that his philosophy, and that's mostly the manosphere. It's all materialism, whether it's your muscles, or how many Bugattis you get, and your first Lamborghini watch slap into a Slim Jam. Oh man, that guy. What's up, Grid One Motorsports? Thanks for coming on my stream Saturday night. Look forward to having you back on. Yeah, anytime, dude. I want to go racing. I was like, maybe Grid One has access to a racetrack where normies can go. You know, and that would be fun. That would be fun to go racing. Do you got a Bugatti? And I've got my first Lambo at 28. You know, I came from nothing. It's all like eat, pray, love for men. That's the whole sphere. Eat, pray, love for men. What about the blonde meathead? He was slightly better. He at least pointed to God, even though it was like ambiguous. You know, it was a nebulous God.
He's tied up with that dude.
Yeah.
In some way.
Yeah, definitely. He was his protege, clearly.
But he was not nearly as fucking
Yeah.
cringe and
Yeah.
loony.
Yeah. He had at least an almost good head on his shoulder. The other guy was just insane. Like, anytime. He basically just tried to take the event and make it his own marketing pitch meeting.
Yeah.
That's what he did. And even if he didn't drop the F-bombs,
I can help
he's
you.
still doing, yeah, he's still pissing on the event, even if he didn't drop the F-bombs. He, turning it into a sales pitch only for his stupid, whatever course, how to be a Lambo bimbo. It's silly. Lambo is their idol. Yeah, it's like the first status, right? That guy was definitely gay. He was obsessed with Jimbob and Andrew's bodies. I know. That was the funniest.
Lift up your shirt.
Some of those owns, man.
Lift up your shirt.
Let me see your shirt. Let me see your tummy.
Lift up your shirt.
Oh, look at his hairy arms. What? Probably doesn't need to shave his own body. It's like, what? What? F-bombs, like British cigs. Yeah, he dropped a lot of British cigs. And that's nobody like that. Like the whole Fresh and Fit chat, YouTube, and Rumble. Like 95% are going, this guy is terrible. Westrogen, that's the funniest. Westrogen. Totally. Yeah, it was a shit show. But obviously I'm glad I was invited on. I mean, last second I had to jump on.
Yeah, there was no warning, no nothing.
No warnings. I knew Andrew was going up, but I figured, this is event. Like, this is one of their main annual events, and I guess there was an empty slot for whatever reason. So it was good. I'm glad I got on there. If you spend some time shaving your body as a man, I don't respect you. I know, like what does that look like before the day? I start my day at 5 a.m. I start shaving my arms at 5:45.
The veins are popping out of my
veins,
forehead,
yeah.
but that's because I have 0% body fat.
Andrew, you don't even have veins popping out of your head. How many times did Wes receive a message, in quotes, by a man in prison? Yeah, the way that he was phrasing things was very unfortunate for him.
It's like, real men go to prison.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they do. And then you can see he was like, well, I really regret saying that.
Yeah. Real men go to prison. I remember I was laying there and someone got my ass up. Like, what? For real? Do arms ruin the hair growth? I don't even know. He's definitely, he's basically the red pillar liver king, isn't he? I mean, that's essentially what he is.
Red pill Jack Murphy.
Yeah, or red pill Jack Murphy, yeah. Probably bleaches his a-hole, that's funny. Real men bleach their butthole. Sit down.
When you get raped in prison, you don't want that guy to see bad things.
Who's gonna hang out with these guys? Everyone's like, I would. They seem chill.
Yeah.
I'd have a beer with them.
The whole crowd.
The whole crowd.
They were like, yeah, we would.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
That's like the first time that guy's ever been somewhere where his ass wasn't kissed. It was
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, you guys don't give a shit about any of the things I'm saying? No.
Did you guys see the funny chat? Someone sent in a chat, obviously Crucible oriented, and that what did they say? Oh, Wes, did you go to jail for robbing a Forever 21? That was great. Yeah, he had like little kids on. You guys don't. Up close, it was worse. Like if you saw this dude up close, his little bony knees sticking out of his ripped jeans, and he had like white girly kids on, like Aria or something, you know. White little kids, maybe a size 7 tops. Big Bear energy, yeah, definitely, very similar. Why wasn't Jay up there? There just wasn't a spot, you know. There wasn't a spot.
Plus, Jay came out for the event.
Yeah, he was just coming out, and that was great. Meeting Jay was awesome. He's really funny, like in person. I definitely want to meet up with him again and do like more live events that he does. Jay probably a few floors up. No, he had to go back. Jimbob and Andrew killed it. Yeah, that was fun. That was a good test run too. Internet culture is scrambling people's brains. Yeah, it is. It's a rough world. George Michael Pants. Yeah. He was like, "What's that, Oshkosh Bagosh?" I was like, "Well, they have pretty nice clothing for kids." I went to his channel. He gets about 10,000 or so views on his recent videos. I think the audience outgrew. That's it?
Fuck, dude, I
What?
did that before I'm done with a live stream.
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, there's something fraudulent there.
I'd go live on the Crucible right now to thousands of viewers.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Shut your mouth, Jimbob.
Shut your mouth. Sit down. Sit down. Let me see your tummy. Open your shirt for me,
Lift up your shirt.
please. Seamus says, Jimbob, your JBP bit the other day was killer. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be editing more of those, putting those up. Did you ever mention how many dudes' arms he shaved in prison? If you look into his story, well, we'll get into that later, but there's a lot of questionable things about that guy's origin story, by the way. And I wish I had known them.
It's not questionable. He stuck his paperwork up his ass.
He stuck his paperwork up his butt.
Yeah.
Yep. It was just one time during a podcast. The panel felt like an Amway meeting. Yeah, it kind of turns out.
Guys, it was stupid.
Yeah.
I put my finger up my butt.
Yeah, it's one time.
One time.
Made $55 a day shaving dudes in prison.
They paid me in smokes and blowjobs.
Let me see your tummy. Come on, let me see your tummy.
Tummy.
Come on, let me see your belly button. What's that hair in your belly button?
I think they're like, don't drink, don't smoke, and I'm like, up there smoking and drinking.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, where do you keep your paperwork? That would be a pointed question. So, other than that, it's been amazing. You know, it's been fun hanging out, and meeting all sorts of people. I tell you, it definitely was a funny time shooting machine guns with Sneako, though. That's just unpredictable, kind of weird side story.
He
Jimbob
asked me if I was going to assassinate him.
He did. He asked. Andrew said, "Hey, Sneako, you want to come out to the gun range, shoot some fucking machine guns?" He's like, "Are you trying to assassinate me?" And Andrew, I don't think Andrew answered, by the way. What did you say? You said something.
Yeah.
You said something.
I said, well, not today.
Not today, he said, yeah.
I said, I haven't shown
Yeah.
it to you.
Yeah. So that was fun. It's like sort of like this, you know, friendly. It was like friendly tension. It was interesting. How do you feel if you didn't have breakfast this morning? That's funny.
But I did have breakfast this morning.
I did have breakfast. I don't know what you mean. I would feel like I didn't have breakfast. Sneako means well. Man, I don't know. I mean, to me, he's like a young. He's like a young kid.
We got into a debate with those guys.
Yeah. We debated him in a car, by the way.
Yeah, we were driving back.
Yeah, it was so crazy. Like
one buddy was coping pretty hard.
Yeah, he has a buddy who does his like clips, and seemed like a nice guy. Clips and his sort of spiritual. I don't know if he was joking when he said that, but we got into a minor theological debate in Sneako's car. What did he have? A army green Dodge Charger turbo, right? Something like that. So we got into it, right? We got into some debate because it started with he was listening to the Quran. He was like, that was what he was listening to, the chanting of the Quran. And I made a joke. I said, Sneako, when did you record this? Yeah. And he looked at me in like the rearview mirror, you know, and he smirked. And he said, have you ever listened to it, right? Have you ever? And I said, no. And then Andrew goes, do you know, hey, Sneako, do you know what they're saying? And he was like, no. And that was pretty much, I mean, that was the end of it, right? Because it's like, what do you mean? Have you ever listened to the Quran? If I don't know what you're saying and you don't know what they're saying, I'm not sure why you're asking. Do I like the sound of chanting? Anyway, we got into it about how it's a sin to listen to music, right? And that came up from this, you know, because they were like, I haven't listened to music in a month or whatever. And so we got into it. And then, you know, that started basically a debate because we thought, okay, well, if listening to music is a sin in Islam, and why is it a sin? We started asking that question. You know, keep in mind, we're all crunched in this Dodge Charger turbo, you know, on our way back to where we are now, Brickell or whatever it's called.
The way that guy fucking drives is a sin.
Yeah. Well, everyone drives insane. It's like a big race course here. And so that came up, and then they started going to like, well, anything that numbs you or anything that takes you away from God in any way is a sin, right? And we're thinking of all sorts of, you know, scenarios, right? And so we got into drinking, like, you know, drinking. There's never anything good or useful about drinking that doesn't take you away from God. And we started debating that. And their argumentation ended up being, and it wasn't Sneako, right? It was his friend in the front seat, his sort of spiritual advisor, Clips channel dude. He started saying, well, anything that's numbing, you're not confronting something. You're numbing something always, right? It's not that you just want wine with your filet. It's that you're numbing something. You're coping was the word, actually. You're coping. And we were like, oh, God, these guys are setting their own trap right now. And so what ended up happening is we started pushing them on this cope idea, and I brought up the dentist, right? Said, if you go to the dentist and you get numbing pain,
Cope.
Right? It's a cope, right?
Cope.
And therefore it's a sin.
Cope.
And he was like, yeah, but and he couldn't wiggle out of it. And then he got to this point where I pushed him in a corner, and he said, well, I don't think you have, you know, your argument stands. And
he said your argument's weak.
Yeah, your argument's weak.
I feel like that's a weak argument.
And then Andrew was like, well, if it's weak, well, you could just refute it instead of just calling it a weak argument. And that was the beginning of the end of the good feelings or whatever in the car. So the rest of the minutes were just us, you know, he just got silent, and like Sneako's looking over at him, making sure he's okay. And I swear he was like sulking, you know, nothing against the guy personally, but he was like sulking because he got kind of destroyed in his own car, and they kind of awkwardly dropped us off at the hotel.
Chatter says, coping's a sin, I'm fucked.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So.
Us too, bro.
So that was fun, you know. But he drove the car into a tree. Jimbob and Andrew are lucky to be Yeah, no, we're lucky to be alive with anybody we get in a car with here. Honestly, we're lucky every single time. Sulking is coping.
It's fucking wild, dude. These guys are doing 100 miles an hour on these stretches of road that are,
Yeah,
800
short.
feet.
Yeah, yeah. Turbo up to 80 to 100 on the residential areas. So anyway,
Wild, these
did Wes drive you around? I don't need drive. I don't know how to drive, and I don't need to. Sit down. I don't have a driver's license. Get out of here.
Robot drives my car.
Nobody drives my car. Yeah.
Not even me.
I don't know how. Drinking water is coping. I mean, that argument was terrible. It unraveled really quick, and as a joke, a very subtle joke, because anything that's more convenient is a cope and therefore a sin under that view. We were getting into traffic toward the end where he was, dropping us off at our hotel, and we were like, "Oh, damn, this traffic," and I was like, "Hey, Sneako, if it's more convenient for you, we can get out here, right?" So it was subtle. No, I don't think anyone picked up on it, but because that would have been a cope too. It would have been sinful. Quit avoiding starvation. Yeah, we got into legalism. I don't think they knew what that meant when we brought that up. But it was interesting because it wasn't like some documented, planned debate,
but it was
right?
all good faith.
It was good faith, yeah.
It was all good faith. And
Yeah.
those guys were chill.
They were chill.
We ended up on that because it was kind of a side thing that we just ended up talking about.
It started with the music thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was fine. It wasn't like beef, that's for sure.
No, those guys were cool.
They were good about it. What's up with Beg Bear? Is he fugged? I don't know, dude. I hope he figures it out.
Figure it out.
He'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
Beef is a sin, yeah. Yeah, we made sure also, that's just what we do. We debate stuff like this. It's just, in our sphere, this is what men do. Andrew missed my super chat from the recap stream a couple days ago. What do you think of the Gene debate? Oh, are you asking Andrew? I think Andrew thinks he kind of wiped the floor with Adam. I don't know if you saw the whole debate. Did you, Andrew?
No, I wasn't able to watch the entire thing because I was flying.
Yeah, Andrew was flying, but the little amount he saw, thought he did fine.
What do you think? I can just always pay attention to what's going on my own channel?
Right. Did you tell Andrew you'd go on whatever for Witch Week? Oh yeah, I told him. That might be more of a seasonal thing, but certainly I'd go on there.
I don't know if you can handle Brian's neuroticism, bro.
No, it'd be could he handle my appearance? He'd be like, that one curl, dude. That one curl.
Yeah, he would lose his shit. Before he'd have a lint roller on you in 5 seconds.
That's fine. I just let him lint roll me.
Poor Ryan.
That's right. Tell them about. No, they know about Witch Week. They already know about Witch Week.
Which week? You doing which week?
No, Witch Week. I was telling you.
Yeah, which week are you doing which week?
Oh, I said let's do Witch Week, and you're like, well, that might be a seasonal thing, maybe around October or something. They can do Witch Week.
Which week?
Yeah, fuck you. Brian would start combing your hair. That's funny. Pork is a sin since when? I also, if you're sending Bob chats, I might have a way to check it. I could check Bob chats in a second. So, actually, let me do that in a second. So tonight it's looking like it's looking like we're going over to their the Fresh and Fit studio in the evening. Hopefully we'll do a recap of all this stuff. Let me see. See what we got here. It's not connected to the internet. Why not, man? Sit down. Numeric says, I watched the debate for 20 minutes. Adam Green is a fool. Well, Adam Green has a full bag of rhetoric. And a lot of time he's very effective with it, honestly. But you have to like
shift back and forth. He gish gallops too much.
He gish gallops, yeah, a lot. You have to stop him.
It's one thing about Kyle. I'm gonna tell Kyle, like, you can't let these guys fucking gish gallop.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
That's poor form.
Should have shaved eyebrows. Yeah. You don't even shave your eyebrows. You guys embarrassed the shaved arms guy. Yeah, bless his heart, he had no rebuttals. He's trying the only way he knew how. Yeah, he tried. Well, the thing is, he's so big, especially a narrow-shouldered guy like me, you know, most people in his reality are not going to confront him to the point where he threatens to hurt them, for the most part. So he's just surprised, so he doesn't know what to do. And someone who's using that forcefulness and loudness all the time, they don't have any other approaches. They can't use the other forms of masculinity, so he's stuck. He's just a barking dog. Show Adam Green that his epistemic criteria puts his position in the category of myth. Yeah, he would. You could do that. He wouldn't understand that, but you could definitely do that. Please take. That's funny. Wes is still prison mentality. Well, that's a whole economy, isn't there? The whole economy of like people who've been in jail is sort of prison tube thing. It's basically an extension of like war tube. And Andrew was telling me, you know, he's like, dude, there's even like these old mafia bosses that start their YouTube channel now. So it's like mafia to YouTube, prison to YouTube, war to YouTube. So it's a whole like, you know, the self-help industry kind of lends itself really well to prison reform to success story. It's very effective. And men who are materialistic are basically like moths to a flame, you know, moths to the lamp for that thing. Because they're like, oh, there's hope for me. I can have a Lamborghini. But then he's like, well, it helps if you go to prison first. You know, kudos to you and Andrew for keeping your clear head. Yeah, that's key with those guys. Like, you give back the rhetoric, right? You slap them back. But you also just let them talk, mostly. And that's all the work you need to do. So let them do the talking. Let's see. Is the American system a Darwinistic one? I mean, in a sense, it's just materialistic, so maybe those two are connected. But I don't think you'd need to even go that far. Let's see if I can get online here. Okay. Get out of here, sit down. You being a prison influencer is a solid career choice now. Yeah, it's kind of... There's entire like people in the prison system who try to start YouTubes, you know, YouTube channels and stuff. Let me see if I can sign in here. because I got no access to my Bob chats. Boy. Sorry, I should have had this prepared. Did you wake up at 2:45 in the morning? Yeah. Do you even wake up at 2:45 in the morning? That would be funny if I shaved my arms before the event tonight. Bugatti. All right. Okay, so 7, 7, 4, 7, 2, 7. All righty. See what we got here. See what we got. Here we go. Alrighty. Oh, someone bought a Savage Memes Volume 2. Thank you so much for that. Megan will ship that out immediately. Wes also ordered a Savage Memes Volume 3 and a 4. Shout out to Wes. Miami, your favorite token trans black man. Miami. And Spencer, F&F looked brutal. He says, from Spencer for $10. Thanks so much for that, dude. Appreciate that. Those arms better be shaved. I know that's gonna be a meme forever. Any meathead stickers idea? Well, it is tempting. I mean, I have the capacity to turn Wes Watson into an animation, so that's probably gonna happen. You know, with his little, chicken legs. That'd be fun. Sort of fun for JB to show up bald-headed. I could get like one of those like caps, right? You know, those movie bald caps. Pull off I can do a Wes Watson impression. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna ruin my voice, but you're joining a cult. Wanna join? No thanks. JP skit on shaving your arms. That's funny. Yeah, now I could run with that. I could say, could have JP interviewing Wes Watson. JBP interviewing Wes Watson, and he convinces Jordan Peterson to like do all these like extreme materialistic red pill things. Like what if Jordan Peterson, because he was easily influenced by the carnivore diet, which is adjacent to some red pill stuff. And what if he just decided to go on roids? JBP on roids, all veiny and shit. He's like ripping phone books in half. David Gator says you and Andrew are the best of the best when it comes to the destruction of all degens. Lift up your shirt. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Dude, that event was hilarious. You and Andrew trolling the pickup artist convention. Yeah. In a sense, yeah. Jordan Beast.
We weren't even there to do that.
I know, we weren't. We weren't there to troll. We had nothing to sell really other than our channels and our views. But there's no programs we do. We don't but everyone else there that's what it's for. That's kind of the tension there. That's kind of interesting, And that's actually what's cool about the dudes, Myron and the the Fresh dude, is that they kind of know that these views have to be challenged in a way, that they're not goals or ends within themselves. But there's not a lot of other people who could bring it up, right, and argue it with these guys, because they're such dominant. These other characters are so dominant in those spaces. Let me see, another $5 comes in from JB's Feminine Gorilla Arms. Thank you so much. God bless you, man. Can't wait to see you wrecking shop tonight. Yeah, tonight should be fun.
We're gonna roasty the toasties.
We're gonna roasty toasties, as they say. At least the guy who lifted up his shirt did not obfuscate. Yeah, he got alpha'd, as they say.
Lift up your shirt.
He got alpha'd.
How old are you? 19.
Look at your shirt. How old are you?
Shirt, young man.
Are you above 17? Yeah. Lift up your shirt.
Lift up your shirt.
JB should go on the next event with gold chains, gold teeth, and sunglasses. Yeah, I mean, doing parody of some of this stuff is obvious. Andrew's sitting on that stage and saying he has $5 to his name and that family's wealth was perfection. Yeah, that was the ultimate double down, right? Because the trap is getting into like something particular, like, well, I don't have that much money, but I have some money and I do okay and all this stuff. That would be accepting the guy's paradigm he's trying to trap you in, which is materialism. So he just goes, no, $5, dude. How is me having $5 going to get you out of this problem of materialism is bunk? Wow, why don't I make fun of your body then? You got nothing, dude. JB dressed like Post Malone. Yeah, I need a tattoo sleeve. That'll get me in the door. What's funny is you could have pretended to be rich. Wes would have had to shut up by his logic. Yeah, it didn't matter. That was the point. It didn't matter. The whole argument was it wouldn't matter if you were rich or not. He went from hustling ramen noodles in prison.
He didn't fucking believe me.
He didn't believe him, yeah. He didn't know. He didn't know what to do. He was basically asking for hints. He even looked at Myron like, please, give me a hint. He didn't understand that it was over. Like, his whole stance was over. And also the key thing there, and I wish we got into it more, because I think the people listening, including people on the stage, would have helped to further make this distinction of, if you're a man and you can't control your emotions, if you're a slave to your emotions like a woman, and you're a slave to bags and purses and cars, then whatever you gain in material, I mean, how could it possibly make up for the lack of your ability to discipline yourself? It's silly. And dude contradicted himself blatantly. I think even in the same sentence, he was like, he's telling his clients to be humble and to have humility so that he can coach them. And then at the end, when Andrew and I in separate comments basically presented the fact that, we need humility, he was basically seeing that as an ultimate weakness. So, it's fucking, I think we did our jobs. He didn't seem to cringe at Christianity, so I was hope there. Well, he does. I don't know. I think he has a, quote, Christ tattoo, but I'm pretty sure it's his face. I'm almost certain it's his own face. Amazing how a car wreck can humble a man. That's true. That's true. Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Good point.
That's what a bunch of brokies would say.
That's what people who are poor say. Fuck you. Sit down.
Shut up.
Look, if you have an opportunity to go speak to a bunch of people, But you have a funeral of your own family member. You're a pussy if you don't go to the event.
Bro, I'll dip right now.
I'll dip right now.
I'll dip right now.
Sit down.
Sit down.
I'll dip right now.
Shut up.
Posh redneck in the house. He is pro-Christian because he was shirtless on the cross. Shirtless on the cross. Great job on the panel. Thanks, Troy. Thanks so much. Posh in the house. His argument boils down to, if you're not a woman, you can't talk about abortion. That I noticed that, Mello. Yeah, that was very similar. If he wasn't such a wild goose, we would have made that comparison. I saw that too. If you're not rich, you can't talk about why being rich is not an end in itself. Yeah, you either serve God or money, right? Yeah, well, I did tell him straight up. I said, you worship material. That is your God. Wes just read Napoleon Hill and believes in that type of stuff now. One of the main books he recommends is that Outsmarting the Devil book by Napoleon Hill. Interesting, yeah. Could have brought up Solomon. Yeah, we talked about that after, actually. There were a bunch of people who approached Andrew after. Some approached me. Of course, most people didn't know who I was, but that came up, actually, the similarities. Give them all the, quote, knowledge and wealth. Give them all the ladies. Give them Wilt Chamberlain's life. Did you guys plug Jay to Sneako? No, we didn't really talk about much about that. Talked a little bit about YouTube stuff at the gun shop, but it was mostly fun. It was mostly just shooting automatic machine guns. Sup, Nubs? What's going on, Mojo Matsi? It was cool, though, to see the Riff Raff, the rapper, on Fresh and Fit. He was cool. I liked him. Didn't know how he got out of prison. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the other dude. Yeah. Solomon built temples to demons, so not the greatest role model. Yeah. Riff Raff is actually super chill. Yeah, that dude on the far, well, you facing the stage, the guy on the left, he was very relaxed. I kind of wish I had a chat with him after, but I didn't get to. Is this member only? No, it's not member only. No, it's just a run-of-the-mill live stream. So, let me check Bob chats. I just wanted to peek in with you guys, say hey. We're just relaxing for today, not doing anything crazy. Oh my God, you met Riff Raff. I don't even know who that was. Eat anything good? Not real. I mean, we're not that impressed with food. I mean, Andrew and I are both mostly homebodies, so, like, there's no one who could make a steak better than Megan does or me, so I don't care. But, I mean, we had a decent breakfast. Nothing, right? You were not impressed with any food here.
It's all fucking hippie shit.
It's a hippie bullshit.
Oh, let's fucking have this omelet with all oregano and fucking...
with,
You know, they served... Why would they serve the salad with the fucking omelet?
Yeah.
Who wants a fucking salad with an omelet?
It's all like... Yeah, you read the menus here, it's like you're reading poetry. You're like, what is... Can you translate this, please?
Let them know that they can go over to the Crucible to watch Fresh and Fit tonight. Oh,
you can watch Fresh and Fit tonight over at the Crucible. there'll be dual streaming, so you can do that tonight. So you guys know.
If you want to support us, I'll be splitting all the super chats with Jimbob.
Okay, you hear that? He's going to be splitting super chats with me tonight over at the Crucible. So if you want to support, I'm not dual streaming it to my channel. So go over, make sure you hit the notification, and check up on the Crucible tonight. I guess our time is 8 p.m., somewhere between that, 7 and 8 or whatever.
Yeah, Eastern.
Andrew only likes basic meat and potatoes. Yeah, he's very, I mean, we went to like fan took us out to like steaks, and it was just a single thing of meat Andrew ate on a plate. There was nothing else on it. I mean, I think he even called like the parsley like gay. He was like, what the fuck's that?
Well, no, I got the butter.
Oh, that was actually surprising. That was like, I was like, we're in Miami too long.
Yeah, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. But yeah, it's just basically a big slab of meat for me.
Right. Garnish is gay. Did you shave your head and your forearms like a real heterosexual? Oh yeah, celebration, 15,000. Well, I'm in the big leagues now. You kidding? Sit down. I can't even tell them.
No.
Sit down. I'm gonna start saying that to everybody now, unfortunately, or maybe it's fortunate. Sit down.
Wes was a giant meme factory, dude.
He is a meme factory.
He was a roided out meme factory.
I want to tangle more.
With Wes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's more
with
there.
Mr. Watson.
Yeah, with Mr. Watson. It's elementary, my dear Watson.
I took my prison paperwork and stuffed it up my own ass, and that way other people in other prisons would know I was a shot caller before my paperwork got there.
I was running this shit.
Everybody did that. What you do is you take the paper and you roll it up, and then you take a rubber glove and you cut the fingers off, and then you tie it real tight and you shove it right up your fucking ass.
You shove it right up there. What have you done?
33,000 a minute.
Your shoulders barely fit in the screen. I know. I mean, Andrew's like, well, they're still kind of narrow, right? But it's happening. You'll see.
He tried to give me a hug earlier, guys.
Yeah.
It was fucking hilarious. His arms only go halfway around my back.
Yeah, but that's an insult to that's like a cell phone.
Because, no.
No, that's a cell phone.
How's that a cell phone? It's not a cell phone.
That's a cell
This
phone,
is
dude.
a cell phone.
It's a cell phone.
No.
Dude, that's talking about how short my arms are, not the width of my
Yeah,
shoulders.
but they're attached to your narrow shoulders.
Yeah, well.
Don't you know
whatever.
what a positive apex is?
Yeah, but it's fine. They're getting. I worked out even today. What have you done? Let me see your. Lift up your shirt. Lift up your shirt. I'm gonna tell people to lift up their shirt all the time. Like if an atheist calls in the show, like on Wednesday, I'm gonna ask him to lift his shirt up. Oh man, that's
And
funny.
stand up and lift up your shirt.
Lift up your shirt.
Make sure you do it to women. That'll go over well.
Sending everyone over to you. Oh, thanks, Patristic Faith. Thanks a lot. I didn't see you streaming. FDA nerd. Let me see. Gorilla ratio small. You're not supposed to worry about other people's fasts. I don't see who's doing what. Yeah. Digital Gnosis was early to the game. Yeah, we were talking about that. He was like, isn't it strange how many people who debated who take their shirts off and like now lead to like talking about that too? It's like, what is this theme? What is going on with this theme? Poor person debates millionaire. Pretty much. I think that's in order. I think there's a whole market there. Poor people, poor dudes debating supposed millionaires, materialists.
I don't know. I'm just gonna roast you some toasties. That's all I know.
Yeah, roasty toasties. Bob chats. Yeah, Bob chats. $100 shirt lift and a $500 arm shave. Right. That's the program. Shave your arms, get a Lambo.
Get a Lambo.
Yeah.
A Bugatti.
Yeah.
Bugatti.
Wear some bald caps. I thought about that, the Kraken. I was like, I can get a bald cap and do a full-on thing when I get back. I mean, he's certainly going to be at least one or two of the stream buttons, you know, the audio clips. For sure. What else? So did Andrew tell Myron to let you on? Yeah.
I didn't tell him to let him on. I asked if
He asked.
I asked if I could bring Jimbob out here with me, and,
Right.
and they said yeah.
Yeah. Those guys just trust Andrew. And they know he brings value to the show. And he can hold positions they might even be sympathetic to, but they can't fully argue themselves. It's not even their role to do that on their show necessarily. So it's a pretty good, it's a huge opportunity, obviously. And, you know, people go, oh, you're going to, what a degenerate, you know, culture this is. It's like, where else would you be? Like, where else are you going to be? You got to tangle with these, with the people that circulate
24
them.
hours a day and never engage in culture, Jimbo.
Right, right.
Fucking stupid.
This is where our kind belongs. Still appearing on F&F. Yeah, Frank Black. Buddhism is true. No, it's not. No, it's not. Sit down. Let me see your Buddha. Let me see your Buddha belly. Let me see your Buddha belly.
Pull up your robe.
It makes no sense. You guys aren't giving financial advice. Yeah, we're not. That's why you can't trap us. We're not spiritual leaders, right? That's not. We're not doing that, right? We point people in that direction.
Hang on a second. What do you mean we're not spiritual leaders? I'm running a cult, sir.
Oh yeah. Well, he says he's running a cult, but yeah. And we're not financial advisors.
Now, okay, hang on.
Okay,
we
well,
get some pushback on this too. Okay.
In fact, telling us we're nobodies is really a freeing place to be as a category.
Yeah, nobody's
It's
from
great.
nowhere, dude.
Yeah. Like, okay. Yeah. So why are we able to destroy you if we're nobodies? What's going on here? The cult of beer and guns.
And Marlboro Reds.
Yeah, Marlboro Reds. Yeah.
Do you
Buddhism.
have dad bod? Do you drink beer? Do
Yeah.
you want to smoke a Marlboro Red? Then come on, join Andrew Wilson's cult.
Right, right. You should actually create, maybe, if you were to do a parody of a program workshop,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like a parody version of what it would be.
It's like, you get a call from your girlfriend, here's how you swab her up. I'm too fucking hungover for this shit.
It's like a course on how to be like a complete misogynist bigot. Wilsonists, that's funny. Wilsonists. You're a Wilsonist? Anywho, let me check a couple more of these chats and then I'll probably get going. I need another coffee.
Yeah, man, coffee's
And Andrew and I need to keep getting out of our room. We get all like fucking stir crazy here. So Andrew's already pacing. So
It's because Jimbob's on fucking meth, dude.
yeah.
He can't sit still for 5 seconds.
I know. Andrew's like, don't you ever stop working? I'm like, I'm not working. Not. Like I'll draw a picture and he's like, stop working, dude. What the hell, man. All right. I think we're all caught up with the Bob chats. Again, tonight, Fresh and Fit. If you want to support, go watch at the Crucible. They'll be dual streaming it there. Okay. And we'll be splitting the any support there. So if you donate to the Crucible tonight, that's a way to donate to me. Unless you send Bob chats. Obviously, you can do that. You can watch it on the Crucible and just know that Bob chat link, bobchats.com, will be available to you. So, you know, either way works. If you send a Bob chat, that works even better. Keep that in mind. Except The Bob chat won't be red. That's the only difference on the Crucible. Same guess. I don't think so. Orthodoxy destroys atheism. I think it's more like these prostitutes and their defenders. So similar, but not identical. Jesus didn't have hairy arms. Did you bring a small stringed instrument for therapy? No, we were just talking about how maybe we should have brought something, because Andrew plays guitar. Most of you don't maybe know that, but he does play the guitar. So we could have jammed on this the cuck seat, cuck couch here.
Notice that Jimbob's always sitting in the cuck seat.
No, not you. You were here more than me this whole stay. Always gravitating over here. Feels very comfortable on the cuck couch. Jimbob takes out his phone mid-show. Sorry, let me read these Bob chats for a moment. Yeah, that wouldn't be a good move. Do you play dumbbells, shoulder shrugs? Nice. Nice. What is his guitar on the wall? I don't know, some piece of garbage. Right?
No?
Yeah, it is. It's a garbage guitar.
Fucking
Nobody
garbage.
knows. He doesn't. What is it? What is it?
I don't
Yeah, it's a
remember.
piece of garbage. Piece of garbage.
It's called a JS.
A JS. It's
Yeah.
called a JS. For all you music nerds,
It
it's
has
a JS.
detachable neck.
Right.
It's Japanese made.
Right.
And it just never caught on.
Right. Japanese make good guitars, by the way, so I take it back.
They make good girlfriends too, I hear.
Still saving for a Yamaha.
Jimbob, dude, are you just saying that about Japanese guitars because you have an Asian wife?
No, she doesn't care. I don't think Japanese and Singaporeans even get along. I'm not even sure.
Come on, they all got the same eye tilt. It's
Similar eye tilt,
fine.
different food.
Yeah. They're all the same over there.
Japanese detachable necks. Nice.
Seppuku.
Ibanez is the GOAT. I don't know. That's going to start a problem. I have a decent portion of my audience plays music, so watch it. This is going to start a war. Zainab was timed out. Whoa. Huh? What happened? See, I don't even know why people are timed out. Do you? People timed out? You don't even know.
Your mods time them out?
No, yeah, when your mods time people out, it's hard to follow. Like, why?
Yeah, but I mean,
I wish I knew why.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's hard to give a shit.
I think it's funny.
Yeah. You just kind of give them the powers.
What's really funny is when one of my mods times out another mod.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's
well,
funny.
you must have really fucked up.
That's true.
You must have really fucked up.
My acoustic is Ibanez. My bass isn't. I have an Ibanez bass. But I don't know. Shave your arms again. Right. Great job on the panel. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, got another Bob chat in. Got a Bob chat. Let's see what we get here. Another one from David. Thanks to Nublet. If y'all were pew-pews, Andrew would be a precise sniper rifle and JB would be an in-your-face shotgun. Maybe. Yeah, I think he would be a sniper for sure, but I think Andrew turns into an Uzi. We shot an Uzi, by the way. Those things suck. He uses a machine gun sometimes. So, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Remain unconvinced, pull up your shirt.
This is going to be, you know what? I was just thinking about this, but I think that this is only going to be the second time you and I have done a team debate,
Right.
right?
What was the first one?
That was with the vegans.
Oh,
Remember-
the vegans, yeah.
Remember the scientific method vegans?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we haven't actually debated and teamed up.
In over
So
a
it's
year?
good. Yeah, in over a year.
Yeah. Unless you count the panels, because but
Yeah.
you have to moderate those.
Yeah, the panels. Yeah, and I don't even consider mixed bag as like, it could happen where you do a little back and forth, but no, you're right. Hasn't been like. No, it's great. We're learning even more how to play off each other, which is great. Jimbob got his haircut by a Venezuelan barber, rocking the Venezuelan mullet. Yeah, yeah. Andrew's like, dude, you come to Miami in a mullet. It is a Venezuelan mullet, isn't it? Yeah, people don't mess with me here because of that. Party in the back, yeah, it's like a natural disaster. It's more than a party. Anywho. All right. Well, any other questions? I'm going to wrap this up. Andrew and I, we need to keep our bodies moving. Got to get a coffee.
Don't want them to ask questions. Fuck them. They can wait till fresh and fit.
That's
later.
true. Save your questions for tonight. Again, I'll post when I'm clear on the time exactly. I'll do a community post. Again, go over to
Get off the call.
Get over to the Crucible because that's where it will be streaming.
Fuck up.
And you can support both of us there. And with that, lift up your shirt. Yeah, we're gonna go walk around, maybe grab another coffee or something.
Yeah.
All right. God bless you all. See you in the chat tonight. Enjoy yourselves, and thanks for the support. Adios. Miami.